Testing, testing. This is the blurriest camera ever. Oh my god, what? I knew it was bad, but I didn't think it was this bad. Good lord. Okay, so, just got done with the D&D session. I'm gonna make a recap video so that everyone understands what happened, because I know everyone's gonna forget my next session. Also, there's a lot of people who did not show up, so I gotta explain what happened. Alright. So, in the last session, not the one I just did, the one before it. Um, there was a house that went to hell, the underworld. I don't know what happened, but we basically went to a priest in town, castle, something. You're gonna have to correct me on this one. Actually, no, this is going on YouTube. I gotta bleep that name out. DM, you're gonna have to correct me on this one. There we go. There we go. Okay, bleeping that one out. But we basically went to some kind of library church kind of deal. I think. I think I got that right. And we talked to the priestess there. And my character's name is Arsene. Yes, I stole that from Persona 5, but my main inspiration is from the character that Arsene from Persona 5 is based off, which is also named Arsene. Anyway, but we talked to this priestess. I mentioned about the house that went to hell. Don't know what's actually going on in the house, but the priestess told us about this sort of stone ancient church run by cultists and stuff. She had to tell us this in some side room because she did not want people to overhear it. Apparently, she's legally not allowed to tell us these kind of things because it's kind of conspiratory. Nothing about it is actual fact, apparently, but conspiratorial. We went anyways. Bunch of directions. I forgot them. For some reason, I was the one saying the directions. I don't know why. But we almost got lost. Thank you, DM, for correcting us. Um, we went to this mossy, stony church that the priestess told us about, and in it was this circle. Big circle, middle of the room, maybe the back of the room, I don't know. Inside the circle, this there was 12 holes, kind of in the position of a clock, kind of. And there's this tear shape in the middle. And there's 12 other stones, each with the 12 elements that the world is made up of. And we basically had to put these elements in order of how they were created. The elements are in general in the Discord if you really want to know. Once we had gotten the correct order, all the elements sort of did a weird spinny turny thing into the middle where the tier was, and a spiral staircase appeared. We went down the spiral staircase, and there was this ancient sort of magic that was older than the gods. The carving of the place seemed kind of crude, I believe. And down at the bottom, there was these stones that had names of ancestors and families written on it, some more faded than others. These names on the walls were actually the names of of the players' families. Some of us know the names, some of us don't. My character probably didn't. I don't know, because I don't ever think about my character's family whenever I make my characters. I just make them disconnected from their family. Upon touching the stones, we see visions of our ancestors, betrayals, and all of that. And we actually witness the creation of the universe. I don't remember the god's name, but basically, that tier from before, well, before everything was created, that was what was in the space that existed before everything else. It was this tier floating in empty space from a universe long forgotten, I think. And this god wasn't a bad god, wasn't necessarily a good god, just a god of like, I wonder what I can make. And so the god made the entire universe that our campaign takes place in. When they created the universe, they made the 12 elements in the order that we had to put them in for the puzzle from before. But the problem with their universe is that all the gods and stuff that were created as a result kept fighting each other. They made alliances, but proceeded to betray each other, and that saddened this god that made everything. And that god eventually reverted back to their tier form. And the reason why the names of the players' families were written on the wall was because these families had the potential to reawaken this god, because the cultists actually do run this church that we're in. believe that if these players somehow do, or players, these people do somehow reawaken this Tear God, that the Tear God will destroy the entire universe to correct their mistake, to make everything again, and no war and anything, no bad behavior, I guess. I don't know. Basically wants to punish the gods for being bad. We find out more, largely not important. Basically, our families tried to get killed off, were attempted to be killed off because of this fear, but these cultists decided, or not the cultists, someone decided that that's not good and betrayed some king that ordered that. But the cultists believe that if the whole secret was hidden, good. But as we're done seeing visions after touching the stones of our respective families, some cultist leader walks in, and that's where the session ended. Hope this recap was useful for people who were there and forgot, or weren't there and don't know anything. Um, I wish I had more things to represent what was going on, but I don't know. I'm new to these recaps, so hope that was useful. I will make some for the first and second session that we did at some point. I just need to talk with to remember what actually happened in those sessions to accurately represent it. But without any further ado, I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.